All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachach, Chodash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Now, this is your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago, and got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, Puerto Ricans, and Confucian faces whose bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites, whose spirit bear witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah or God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua, Yeshaya, Yahweh. And pretty much this is going to all you jakes that still smoke weed, cigarettes, black and miles and whatnot. Hey, you all are going off. You know what I'm saying? Because you are God's, man. Like it says in Psalms 82:6. Hold on. This is Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. It says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the most high. You know what I'm saying? So if you a God, why are you smoking? You know what I'm saying? You already know that because if you come up to anybody and stuff, what they gonna say? They're gonna say, well, I know smoking is bad. I shouldn't be doing it and stuff. Well, guess what? You a God, so why are you doing it? Why are you bringing negativity to yourself, man? You know what I'm saying? A God's supposed to know both good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture says, if you know what's bad for you, pretty much don't do it, man. You know, it says that in the book of Sirach. So why is you doing it? You just destroying yourself. You destroying your lungs. You destroying your body. You know what I'm saying? You causing yourself to be afflicted in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So when you older and weak, guess what happens? Now you on a respirator. Now you gotta carry around an oxygen tank. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be embarrassed to having to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you on the package of the Swisher Sweets or the White House that it causes cancer. You know what I'm saying? They tell you that these negative effects are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, according to Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, it says, I'm going to grab this right quick. This is Ecclesiastes. I went too far. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men are fully set in them to do evil. So since you don't take the first puff, you know what I'm saying, and don't kill you right then and there for everybody else to see that it's not a good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why you continue on to do it more and more. You know, and your body already lets you know for the fact that you got to inhale something. If you can't, for the fact that like when you breathe in the air and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't cause you to cough. You know what I'm saying? But for the fact that when you inhale a blunt, it causes you a cough, that's a negative effect. You know what I'm saying? That means that something is wrong. If your lungs is causing you to cough and stuff when you inhale something, then that means that something is wrong. That is a bad thing that's taking in effect. You know, and that's what you jakes don't receive, man. You be like, oh, it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's some strong woo to woo. But the thing is that what you don't see is that it's hitting your lungs, where it's gonna over time mess you up. You got people that they got the hole in their neck. You know what I'm saying? They got to put a microphone to their neck, or they voice is messed up. They got that raspy voice. You know what I'm saying? And what you don't receive is that you doing damage onto yourself, man. You know, this is Ezekiel chapter 8 verse 15. It says, then said he unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And this was the Lord talking to Ezekiel the prophet. Verse 16, it says, and he brought me into the inner court of Yahweh's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men. It says, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, and they worship the sun toward the east. So these was Israelites that was going off. You know what I'm saying? They weren't following the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, but instead was worshiping the sun. You know what I'm saying? The sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying? Which today, that's what the Muslims do. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Muslims they worship the a rock. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the moon is really a rock. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing but stone. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what Jakes do till this day. Verse 17, it says, Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? It says, For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose. You know what I'm saying? So you provoking the Lord to anger, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, provoke means to cause. You know what I'm saying? You know, to establish an action. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much a cause and effect, man. You know, and the Lord doesn't like smoking. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you destroying your body. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no health benefits coming when it come down to smoking. You know, here it is. You trying to heal yourself, but at the sacrifice of your lungs. You know what I'm saying? Without your lungs, you can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? If your lungs are just messed up so bad and stuff, you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? While you over there trying to heal everything else, you know what I'm saying? Because I know marijuana got medicinal purposes and stuff. The thing is, you healing everything else and stuff, but at the same time, you still got another effect that's gonna cause you to die. You know what I'm saying? Which is smoking. You know, because when it come down to the cigarillos and stuff, that tobacco, they use some sort of glue, you know what I'm saying, to connect the tobacco to one end to the other, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that shit ain't safe. But yeah, you all smoke it because it ain't hurting you right then and there, but if it's hurting you gradually, that's the thing that you don't notice. You know what I'm saying? So when the age come when you messed up and you can't do anything, you wondering why you going through this problem or that problem. It's because of your years of smoking, man. Because that's how the Lord works. The Lord works in a gradual sense, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like all diseases can be healed. All diseases, all infections, everything can be healed. But the thing is, it works in a gradual state. You know what I'm saying? You know, which also teaches you discipline. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, not to go off course, but it says verse 17, it says, Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? It says, For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose. And the branch to the nose is talking about the blunt, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because think about it. If you actually put the you roll up, because it's a whole little it's almost like a ritual. You know what I'm saying? First you grind the weed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You lick your fingers, woo to woo. You know what I'm saying? You got a little residue on your tongue. You know what I'm saying? And you rolling up the loud. You know, and it got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put all this time and effort to make sure it's perfect, just so you can hit. So when you hit it, everything is all good. You know, that's a ritual. That's a demon messing with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that's demonic. That's not godly at all. You know, and then when you roll up and you make it perfect and stuff, you don't consider the fact that when you first got the blunt, you know what I'm saying, when you had to take out all the tobacco, you know what I'm saying, that it was something that was causing it to stick together. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then what is that? That glue. You smoking glue. You know that glue is still on there. You know, you got juices. You got Arizona juices. You got regular teas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what does it tell you? It tells you that it's what 5% real juice. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. It's saying natural flavors and stuff, but you only got 5% of it. You know what I'm saying? So everything else is poison, man. You know, and it's the same way with the blunts. They warn you that you gonna get cancer if you do this. You know, you can have lung cancer, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says and lo, they put the branch to their nose. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about hitting the blunt, man. Because when you go into that word nose, it's the Hebrew word apah. It says well, op. It says nostril, nose, face. You know what I'm saying? So what is it? You taking it's pretty much you all smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? You all smoking Black and Mild cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? You know, because this is an action. This is a verb right here. You know, if I put a branch to my nose and stuff and I ain't doing nothing, then guess what? I ain't going off. So it's symbolic of you all doing the action. So what's the action? You smoking. You know, because a blunt look like a branch. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a small twig. You know, and that's what you Jakes do. You know, I was doing it before when I was in the world. You know what I'm saying? But when I came into the truth, I found out that it was bad. You know, because the Most High, how about Shem Yahshai, he puts you uh, in a path where you don't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? To afflict your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Or to afflict your spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what demons do. Demons come through what's the word? Intoxication, man. You know, they mess with you. You know, and you wanna you know, if you're gonna eat it, this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying, that would be the best way, because that's what it says in the book of Genesis. It says verse 18, it says, therefore will I also deal in a fury, my eyes shall not spare, neither will I pity, and thou, and it's like it says, and though they cry in my ears, will I with a, and though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. You know what I'm saying? So you all are holding on to being able to smoke cigarettes, Black and Mild, squares. You know what I'm saying? Even the cigarellos by themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know, as you see it all in the hood. If you continue to hold on to that, guess what? The Lord's going to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You showing that the Lord, that there's something more important than him. You know, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, because the Lord dwells within us. You know what I'm saying? When you have these laws, statutes, commandments, Yahweh Shem Yahshai is dwelling with you. He's supping with you. You know what I'm saying? That starts in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It says, and the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. It says, if verse 17, it says, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. You know what I'm saying? So you defiling your temple. You know what I'm saying? You know, your body is the house of your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you causing destruction within your body by smoking, and smoking only gives a negative effect onto your body, then guess what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? You destroying the temple, you're defiling it, man. When you go into that word defile in the Greek, it's phythero. It says to corrupt, to destroy. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you doing. All you doing is destroying your lungs, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can't breathe, how can your spirit survive? You just gonna die, and your spirit gonna go back up to heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's insane. You know that it's bad, but at the same time, you gonna still do it. You know what I'm saying? That's like you knowing that it's a bear trap right there in the grass. You know what I'm saying? It's not covered or nothing. It's just sitting right there. And you know, if you step on it, that bear trap is gonna cling onto your legs and rip all your flesh, and put you in in agonizing pain. And that's what you Jakes are doing when it comes down to smoking, man. You know? You think just because you don't die right then and there, you know what I'm saying, that everything is okay and to continue to do it, you know? And I understand that you Jakes look for comfort in that and stuff, but there's another way to do it, man. There's a lawful way to do it, because it is a herb, right? You know what I'm saying? Just like greens, just like what spinach, broccoli, celery, you know what I'm saying, carrots, you know what I'm saying? It is vegetation. So how do you deal with vegetation, man? You know, you don't hell it. It says back in 1 Corinthians 3 and 17, it says, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. It says, for the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. So guess what? The Lord dwells within us. You know what I'm saying? So like the scripture says in Thessalonians, it says, abstain from all appearance of evil, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't like the fact that you smoking and stuff, because he observes all appearance of evil that you do, man. You know what I'm saying? And all you want to do is try to get away from that evil so you could be close on to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, guess what? He's going to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it says in Micah 2 and 10. Um, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And part of that pollution is that you can smoke. You know what I'm saying? They showing in the music videos how they puffing on a cigar, so puffing on some weed and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even these hood videos and stuff, like everything is all good and stuff. But really, all that's doing is destroying you. Why? Because it destroys your body. It destroys your lungs. It's a negative effect upon it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel good and stuff from the THC and stuff, but you're not getting the medicinal purposes. All you doing is getting high. You know what I'm saying? You ain't healing yourself. You ain't doing none of that, man. You know? Cause Esau, what he's gonna put out is that like with the recreational use of marijuana and stuff, it's like he knows that Jake is gonna choose the fastest way to get high. You know what I'm saying? And with that being the case, you destroying yourself at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau works on Esau Edom, so-called white man. He works where it's like you can still feel comfortable and stuff, but really destroying your body so you can go back to him. You know what I'm saying? And get medicine that's gonna still destroy your body, but at the same time help one thing. You know, and that's how he makes money off you, man. You know, hey, all you gotta do is eat it. You know, all you gotta do is eat it. That's what it says in Genesis, man. You know, and then we gonna get to it. I'm gonna read again. This is Micah 2 and 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. You know, and a lot of you jakes are looking for rest, and that's why you all drink exponentially. You know what I'm saying? If that's a word, to like exponent, like many, like on a great level. That's why you jakes smoke weed, cigarettes, Black and Miles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you run to that as your comfort instead of the scriptures, man. You know, and Esau knows this. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can live in a certain area and stuff where it's like it try to helps you with say if you got drinking problems, say if you got mental problems, say if you got smoking problems, you know what I'm saying, or drug problems and stuff. They'll put you in an area, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to help you deal with that, but then put the temptation right across the street from you. You know what I'm saying? You know, just so you could fail. You know, because Esau knows how lust works, because he deals with just lust according to himself, because that's all he's about. You know what I'm saying? So all he's trying to do is destroy you. You know, and really think about it. Do you want to walk around, you know what I'm saying, for all you Jays that's talking about we got 30 plus years, you ain't gonna see salvation until your grandkids come and stuff, which is not true. But the thing is, do you really want to be sitting up here walking around with a motherfucking tank? You know what I'm saying? You willing that shit everywhere you go and stuff just so you can fucking breathe? Do you really want that? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you young Jays that think that you get in the way and stuff, guess what? If it was 30 plus years and stuff, that's the predicament you're gonna be in, man. That's the state you're gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? Walking around with weak ass lungs, man. You know, who can't breathe, man. Do you really want to be like that? You know? But we ain't finna be in this motherfucker for 30 years. You know, just to tell you. You know? So smoking is gonna destroy you. That's one of the things that Esau allows, that puts out in the music videos and stuff, you know, because they know that you reverence certain people in the music industry and stuff. So if they doing it, guess what? You gonna do it too, and they know that. You know, all it is that they got it where you all will get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's all he's looking for you to get destroyed. You know, this is this First Corinthians chapter 16. Verse 18, verse 17, it says, but he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit. You know, and the Lord ain't dealing with smoking. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on the same terms as Yahweh Bashim Yashai? You want to get saved? from the destruction that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to bring upon this earth, you know what I'm saying, then you need to be in the same accord as him. Like the scripture says in Amos 3:3, can two walk together lest they be agreed? If you be on the opposite side, then guess what? You gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the one that created all things. As soon as you was born, shit was already here. You know what I'm saying? You know, the grass and the concrete, all that woo woo, everything was here. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that you wake up in the morning, for the fact that you think about doing this and doing that, you know what I'm saying? That's all ordained, because according to Proverbs 24:20, it says the ways Proverbs. So this is Proverbs chapter 24 verse 20. It says for 20 and 24. So like that's why I said that. This is 20 verse 24. It says man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So this is the Lord controlling every single thought and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying that smoking weed, Black and Mild, cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, cigarellos, what they call them, Cuban cigars, all that is bad. He don't want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? It says verse 18, it says flee fornication, you know, and smoking period is a form of fornication, because the Lord doesn't tell you to do that. He doesn't tell you that it's okay to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it says every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committed fornication sinneth against his own soul. So you sin against yourself. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much backing yourself in a corner. You know, you're helping your salvation to cease, you know, so to speak. It says, verse 19, it says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Most High? So the Lord dwells within your temple. You know what I'm saying? He dwells within your body and your spirit. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? He don't want you to be doing anything that's going to be damaging onto yourself. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. That's like somebody hitting themselves, you know what I'm saying, hoping to be healed from the bruises and afflictions that they causing themselves through. That's insane. You know, that don't make any sense. You know, here it is, you over here, you hurting yourself, you know what I'm saying, but you looking for benefits, you know, and that's how you know that smoking is bad, because yet it has medicinal purposes. But the thing is that you sacrificing your lungs. Without your lungs, you ain't living, man. Everything else good. You cleared up every other disease, every type of infection and stuff. But your lungs is messed up though, and you can't breathe. Oxygen ain't working. You know what I'm saying? You can't breathe. You suffocating. That's like you being buried in the sand, and your lung your lungs can't expand enough to get enough air to go through your body and stuff. You gonna suffocate, man. You know that don't make sense. You want to live, but at the same time you killing yourself. It says I'll read the verse. I'll read it again. This is verse 19. It says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Most High? Is the temple of the Holy Spirit. It says, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High Yahweh. It says, and ye are not your own. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is like, I gave you this body. You know what I'm saying? You know, and this is your spirit. Keep it clean. You know, just like if you had a job for certain like maintenance, or housekeeping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a job where it's like housekeeping and stuff, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to keep that place clean. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? You know, or your boss is not gonna delight in the works that you do for you to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that the Lord want us to keep these keep the temples that He gave us clean, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, meaning no smoking. You know why? Because it damages your lungs. You know, it makes your eyes yellow. It makes your teeth yellow. You know what I'm saying? You know, And the Lord is not delighting in that, man. That's why you ain't supposed to be smoking, because it gives negative effects. It might give some sort of benefit, but at the same time, it's a negative effect. And the Lord is not looking for any type of negative effects. He's only looking for benefits, period. Nothing else, you know. And it says, for ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which are the Most High's. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you glorify, because this is the way that the Lord wants you to deal. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to deal in health. You know what I'm saying? Not in things that would kill you. You know what I'm saying? Popping mollies. You know what I'm saying? Doing crack cocaine. Heroin. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff destroys your body, man. It makes you feel good, and then all it is a cloak to get you to blind you from the harshness that's happening within your body, man. Why you sick all the time? Why you this, that, and the third? You know, why you can't breathe? Why you always having some type of affliction in your body and stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's because you want to feel good. You know what I'm saying, and not really pay attention to the consequences. This is Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. It says in Alahayim, because it said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, you know what I'm saying, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. You know what I'm saying? It is the Lord had giving us all these herbs. You know what I'm saying? Even the fruit. A fruit would be considered a herb as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not just greenery. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of fruits come from greenery. Like bananas grow on trees. You know what I'm saying? Oranges grow on trees. Trees, bushes. You know what I'm saying? And since our bodies are from the earth, we need to replenish in those things. So when it come down to it, marijuana is also one of those herbs. You know what I'm saying? So what is the best way to do it? To eat it? Because like when it come down to scurvy, right? Scurvy is a skin disease that afflicts your skin, from a lack of vitamin C. You know what I'm saying? Or vitamin D, whichever one. And what do you got to do? You got to replenish what you lack. You know what I'm saying? And that's of the earth, and it grows out of the earth, and it's the herbs, man. When you sick, when you eat your say if you got a common cold and you had you had your moms or whoever that cook for you and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or you cook it yourself, you make chicken noodle soup. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need the noodles because the noodles are GMO, but it's just common, and you eat the chicken noodle soup, and then next thing you know, you healed. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you got the different nutrients that's within those different ingredients that came from the earth, and you came from the earth, and your body's made of the earth. So all you're doing is replenishing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's better to eat herbs instead of which is goes into the word ashab, ishab, the I, the shah, and the ba, ishab, and it replenish what you lacking that's causing you to be sick. You know, it heals the disruption that's within your body. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's better to eat it, than smoke it. Cause smoking, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna heal one thing, but then cause destruction in another. But when you eat it, all you doing is healing. That's all you doing. You know. And I hope this video was edifying, and I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachah Kodash, double honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect which you ought to be. Shalom and Abba Babal.